Happy Sunday, everybody. Steve here again, back in the Ritter Command Post here in Abu Dhabi. Got back yesterday evening from left Charleston. That probably the smoothest flight and trip yet of all my travels, really. So I left Charleston yesterday, flew up to New York, up to JFK. Had like a 6-hour layover there, and then it was a one hop from JFK to Abu Dhabi. It was nice. It was much busier coming from Abu Dhabi to New York. Coming from New York to Abu Dhabi, it was pretty nice. I had a whole road to myself, and I was able to stretch out and get some sleep. So I'm not too jet lagged. I always find it a little easier to come out this way with the jet lag than it is going home. So. When it got in last night, we were coming in, and they're like, well, there's some thunderstorms in the area. We actually got rain here yesterday. Can't believe it. I woke up this morning, too, and it was cloudy. It's like, what is this? What is this up in the sky? It's not blue, clear sky. It's throwing me off a little bit. So anyway, I missed last Sunday because I was home. And with family and all. I hope you don't mind if I took a little break. I know you don't. You guys are always so great, and I appreciate all the kind comments and everything. It was great seeing the family again and being home, and got a chance to spend 3 days with all the kids. All the kids were there. It was really nice seeing them again. That we hadn't been all together like that since Nathan's wedding. So. It was nice. So I'm back here now. The Ravishing Mrs. Ritter is planning to come back out again at the end of January. So I'm looking, counting the days till then. Again, it was nice seeing her again too. So anyway, getting into it here. While I was over the break, I did finish reading the book of Job, and taking in context, and if you take a step back and look at the whole thing, basically, God had said, hey, told the devil, he considered my servant Job, and Job the devil basically made the case that well, you blessed him so much, why would he ever complain? Why would he ever have a problem? So God's like, okay, well, you can do these things to him, these bad things, just don't. First off, you can take everything away from them, just don't hurt them. And then it was, okay, well then, he afflicted them with all kind of problems, boils and everything else. And basically it brought them about as low as you could bring somebody in this world. And then the middle part of in all of that, Job never cursed God, never questioned God. I just don't understand why this is happening to me. And then the big part of it is that in the middle is Job's friends show up and basically go, you must have done something. You must have done something, Job. You screwed up somehow and God's punishing you. And Job's like, what have I done? I didn't do anything. And they were like, well, and they were basically on him the whole time. And all of the things that they say are true. If you're a bad person, God's gonna doesn't bless you. All of these things, and basically at the end, God appears, and he had words to Job. Said, okay, well, you're questioning all of these things. You're questioning me. You're wondering why I would do it. Who are you to question me? And it really gets me thinking, and I'll read from verse 38 when the Lord first speaks. And he spoke to Job out of the storm. And he said, and this is verse 2, who is this that obscures my plans with words without knowledge? Brace yourself like a man. I will question you, and you shall answer me. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Tell me if you understand. Who marked off its dimensions? Surely you know. Who stretched a measuring line across it? On what were its footings set? Or who laid its cornerstone? While the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted for joy. I love that part. I mean, I could just imagine as God's creating the earth and the angels just going, like you watch a football game and the crowd's just, and it must have been just glorious. The angels are just like shouting for joy at what God was doing. Who shut up the sea behind doors when it burst forth from the womb? When I made the clouds its garment and wrapped it in thick darkness, when I fixed limits for it and set its doors and bars in place, when I said, this far you may come and no farther, here is where your proud waves halt. Have you ever given orders to the morning or shown the dawn its place, that it might take the earth by the edges and shake the wicked out of it? The earth takes shape like clay under a seal. Its features stand out like those of a garment. The wicked are denied their light, and their upraised arm is broken. Have you journeyed to the springs of the sea, or walked in the recesses of the deep? Have the gates of death been shown to you? Have you seen the gates of the deepest darkness? Have you comprehended the vast expanses of the earth? Tell me if you know all this. What is the way to the abode of light? And where does darkness reside? Can you take them to their places? Do you know the paths to their dwellings? Surely you know, for you were already born. You have lived so many years. Have you entered the storehouses of the snow, or seen the storehouses of the hail, which I reserve for the times of trouble, for the days of war and battle? What is the way to the place where the lightning is dispersed, or the place where the east winds are scattered over the earth? Who cuts a channel for the torrents of rain, and a path for the thunderstorm, to water the land where no one lives, an uninhabited desert, to satisfy a desolate wasteland, to make it sprout with grass? Does the rain have a father? Who fathers the drops of dew? From whose womb comes the ice? Who gives the birth to the frost from the heavens, when the waters become hard as stone, when the surface of the deep is frozen? Can you bind the chains, the Pleiades? Can you loosen Orion's belt? Can you bring forth the constellations in their seasons, or lead out the bear with its cubs? Do you know the laws of the heavens? Can you set up God's dominion over the earth? So I read these verses, and I think sometimes, God is our Heavenly Father, and He loves us very much, and He wants a relationship with us, and we think about that, but He's also majestic and wonderful and terrible, and all of these, and I mean terrible not like in a bad way, but terrible like just awesome, like awe-inspiring, He created everything. And He sees all these things, and He's the stars and the universe, and He's walked in the springs of, I love that, you know where the springs of the ocean are. I mean, the deepest, part of the ocean, all of this, He's seen it all, and He's done all these things, and He's majestic, and I lose sight of that sometimes. And I love reading these verses and thinking about that. And the beautiful thing is this God who did all of these things, who created everything, cares about me, and cares that, I just think sometimes when I'm riding along in the car, and I've got to go someplace, and I'm just like, I just hope there's not a line or something there, and I just pray that, and I'm just like, God, let there not be a line, whatever, and I show up and there's not, and I think God does care about all of us. He cares about the smallest details of our lives. There's not a hair on our head that He doesn't care about. They're all numbered. This same God who created the universe and set the limit on the waves and knows where, rain and thunderstorms, all of these things that He's created and done, and He cares about me and even the smallest little thing. It's nice to have somebody that loves you that much on your side that has that kind of power. So anyway, I hope this was a blessing for you, and it helps me to remember this often and to think about this often. I hope you have a great Sunday. And it's good to be, I'd say it's kind of getting back in the groove now here, but just wish all my wife and my kids were here, but I'm back here with you and getting back with it, and going to be cooking some more things. And I'm thinking I'm going to cook some more Mom's old recipes. I'm gonna take a crack at her old-fashioned fudge, I think. So that video's coming soon. And then I've got another tour of video coming up. We took wife and the kids went downtown Charleston and did another video of downtown Charleston, walking around down there. So just be looking for that. I think I'm gonna drop that one today. We'll see. So anyway, hope you have a great Sunday, and we'll see you next time.